We are back. First show of 2018, and Mother Nature, is it cold outside? What a better day than to think about how to cool the seats down on a nice hot summer day. So that's what we're going to be doing today, is getting started on changing the seats around so they've got a cooling feature in it. What we're going to do today is kind of change out the foam and get an idea of what we're going to do with the fans. If you follow me on Twitter, you saw that I scored this foam about a month or so ago. It is a foam with nice big holes in it. Air blows nice through that. Had a really hard time tracking that down. Ended up finding it at a foam store. Not that they were actually selling it. It's when they would ship them big shipments of foam. They vacuum sealed it in a bag for shipping purposes. And this is the little piece next to the valve. But scored a whole bag full of those for just a couple dollars. So that's what we're going to try and use into it. The other thing we're going to take a look at is getting the fan itself mounted in the seat and see what we can do with that. Alright, first thing I want to do is get the foam squares cut down to fit there. I want to cut the thickness first, then I can cut the square to the shape that I need here, which these are 5 by 10.5. Alright, for the thickness, I'm going to go 3/4 of an inch, which is the same as what my hardwood flooring is. So we're going to go ahead and use some contact cement to glue the two pieces of foam together. I've made several costumes for my boys for Halloween out of different foam and found out contact cement works really well. So I think that's going to work well in this application also. Okay, while we wait on that to dry, contact cement, needs to dry first. I'm going to go ahead and tear these center sections out. We're only taking off like the first 1/2 inch anyway. And one other thing, I do want to try and clean up how I had to chew that apart there. Figured out that this stripping wheel works amazing on shaping the foam. So I want to just kind of fit that a little bit smoother than what I had it before, and then cut off the top while that dries. I'm going to remember this project for years to come as I'm picking up foam from everywhere. Now that I got the two pieces together to make one big piece, we're going to go ahead and trim those down to size to fit the pieces we've trimmed out of the seat. There we go. There's the new inserts for that. Cover will fit back just the way that it did before. Now taking a look at this. With this fan, I was kind of thinking this way. If it pulls in through the handle right there, then I can make some sort of a duct from here to go into the seat bottoms, wherever I need that to go, to get up ultimately into this piece and kind of exchange the air. Once you take the handle out, that's what I'm actually looking at. It's just these two pieces here. That mounts to the seat frame. You can see where it was rusted. So that's a good way to mount that again. That puts this square in the right spot. We can trim out this side here, and then we'll have just a rim that we can go and put a screen on that'll look like that belongs when it's done. Then that meets up in there. I gotta figure out where it goes here though, and how it gets into the seat. Well, that's not going to work. That doesn't fit all that great, and when it does, it forces this duct out in a goofy spot. So I think I'm going to scrap this fan. It was only a couple dollars. We're going to go a different direction, I think. Looked online, ordered some other fans that are essentially the same fans as what the seat kits are. I wasn't wanting to go that direction because I thought that would be harder, but in the whole scheme of things, that's probably going to be easier. Where I'm thinking that we're going to go with this is I can cut holes, say, here and here, and then that'll come through on the bottom where I can mount those fans into the bottom area of that. Then with the hole itself, I can just, cut out squares however big, glue this foam in there, still keep the density of the seat correct, but will allow airflow up through and ultimately into the new pieces that we've cut out and figured out what we're using those for today. That'll get it to where it's a little bit more centralized, located, and I can have two fans in there that'll work a little bit better. And then as for this, we're still going to go with the same thought process of having a screen over this, and this being where the air vents in. We'll just cut some holes in here, cut some of that out, so air can flow up through there. That'll leave this a lot more intact than what it would if we tried to get that in there anyway. So I think that's the better direction to go overall. So that's where we're going to head next time. Got to wait on those fans to come in. Should be here in just a day or two, and then we'll hopefully button up what we're going to do on this side. We still got the back to do, but this works on the bottom. The back should work just the same. Thank you guys for always stopping in and watching the videos. Leave a comment. Tell me what you thought of today's video. We'll see you next time.